What's up guys, YGO Strats coming at you with side decking again, this time for Kozmos. Kozmo is the big TCG exclusive archetype that came out in Clash of Rebellions. It's the one people are going to know the least about. So to say, it's the newest one coming into the scene where we're used to the big five of Teller, Klee, Burning Abyss, Shadow, and Necroz. So they're a big quote-unquote threat in terms of the surprise factor of them, and they're OTK centric, so they can OTK you without problems. So today I'm going to go over some of the cards that you might want to put in your side deck to stop them from OTKing you in the upcoming tournaments in the format. So getting right into it, the biggest thing that I can say for siding in general against Kozmo is Imperial Iron Wall, and if you're not going to get Imperial Iron Wall, Artifact Lancia. Imperial Iron Wall came out actually today as of the making of this video. It comes out in the Synchron Extreme Structure deck, so if you're getting your hands on that, it just got a reprint, so you should be able to get your hands on it no problems. And then Lancia came out, and I believe it was Duelist Alliance, and it's going to help you to stop them from banishing in general, and if Kozmo can't banish, they can't really push for game. The key is Farm Girl can search when she inflicts battle damage, and then both Farm Girl and Good Witch can banish themselves to special summon a Kozmo card from the hand of a higher level. So Farm Girl will banish herself and then special summon Forerunner, who's the level 7, 28 untargetable beatstick that no one wants to deal with. But if they can't banish, then they can't, push for the OTK. They're stuck with that little 1500 Farm Girl or 1800 Good Witch, which is a little more advantageous for you. So the big thing is you want to stop banishing in general. Second thing you're going to want to do if you're not running these guys for whatever reason, obviously this is the biggest one, Imperial Iron Wall can help you against Necroz as well to stop the banishing, and Ritual Beast. So I'd recommend, these two are already probably in your side deck or considerable in the side deck. Lancia for sure, but definitely try out these two. Other two things to note about, general light negation, effect negation. If Farm Girl can't search, the deck really can't do anything. So if you're not going to stop her from banishing herself, stop her from, having an effect. Skill Drain's viable, but obviously certain decks can't run that. So Light Imprisoning Mirrors does the same thing for light monsters, and the deck's all light, so it's perfect. Light Imprisoning Mirror will also stop the effects in the graveyard, so the machines can't banish themselves to special one from the deck. Light Imprisoning really shuts them down. This and Imperial Iron Wall are the two biggest sides in my opinion. If you're going to be really siding heavy for them for whatever reason, these two are the two to run. Chaos Chapel isn't bad either, just negate the summon of Farm Girl. You'll banish it, which, technically they don't care because they can grab it back with Kozmo Town, but you've negated the summon and stopped the searching shenanigans in general. In terms of the whole attacking, just effect negation in general will work wonders if you can stop the Farm Girl. It's all about stopping Farm Girl. That's the key. If you stop Farm Girl, they can't do anything really. So once she summoned, Effect Veiler, that way she can't really search or anything. The key with Effect Veiler is obviously only in their main phase, so the moment they summon it, just Effect Veiler it. And either they'll tag out into something bigger or they won't, but either way you've stopped the search. Something to consider that just came out in Clash of Rebellions, Storming Mirror Force for just stopping the search in general. I say Storming Mirror first because it doesn't target and it doesn't destroy. And the key there is Kozmo, Forerunner, and Slip Rider. When they're destroyed and sent to the graveyard, can banish themselves from the grave to special any lower leveled Kozmo from the deck. So if you Mirror Force Forerunner, he can bring out a Slip Rider, Good Witch, or Farm Girl. So you don't like that. But if you bounce him back into the hand, it's less optimal. And it's just a solid card. Non-destruction Mirror Force is fantastic. In line with stopping the searching, Mistake, or Mistake and Arrest, or Mistake on Legs, Thunder King, and Mind Crush. Really these three. I don't necessarily recommend Thunder King because Thunder King can be honest by Farm Girl, and then your Thunder King's dead and they get their search out anyway. So if you stop them from searching or get rid of the search in general, you should be fine. So obviously Mistake is a big one to side as well. That's popular because, Cleafort, Tellers, Necroz, all these big searching decks. So Mistake's one that should be in your side deck already. That one will work against Kozmos. The only issue will be if they do have, Farm Girl and Forerunner. Forerunner can be a pain to get over, but whatever. Stopping the searching should work wonders for you. And then I've got three other cards here that I would not recommend siding, but they're something to think about. They're not the great side deck cards that you necessarily want. System Down is an oldie one from back in the day, you pay 1,000 life points and banish all face-up machine-type monsters. Again, they can grab those cards back, but the key is the ships won't be able to summon the pilots, as in Slip Rider and Forerunner won't be destroyed and pull out a Good Witch and Farm Girl from the deck or anything like that. So if you have it and you're like broke or whatever reason, that's an option. When they summon Farm Girl, you could try Chain Destruction, again suboptimal. The thing that is good about this though, when they summon the Farm Girl, you'll destroy the 2 from the deck and send them to the graveyard, and Kozmos hate having their cards in the graveyard. They either want them on the hand, field, or banished. They don't want anything in the graveyard. So putting 2 Farm Girls into the graveyard, not many people will have an out to that. They won't have means to get the Farm Girl or the Good Witch or whatever banished. It'll be stuck in the graveyard and that'll essentially be dead for them. Again, suboptimal, but Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell on Kozmo Town. Obviously when it's destroyed it searches out another, but if they can't play Kozmo Town, it's not bad. So it's something to think about. The problem is you have to discard 1 spell card from your hand to negate it, so certain decks won't like that at all, but again, something to think about. It did see a bit of playback with Shaddolls. And the last thing I'm going to say for people who are playing decks, maybe Ritual Beast or you know, Yosenju or whatever, if you're not already maining them, Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos. People might tell you that like, oh, that's stupid, you know, Kozmo doesn't care about the shit getting benched anyways. It's not so much, Kozmo doesn't mind banishing their stuff, but they do mind having their stuff banished, if you can follow what I mean by that. Basically, you want your ships to hit the graveyard when they're destroyed so that you can banish them. And while it doesn't necessarily, these are not the optimal side deck cards. If you have them, they're not too bad, because banishing their, you know, Farm Girl, or not the Farm Girl, the Forerunner and Slip Rider will stop them from recovery when they're destroyed. So something to think about. Obviously, again, those are the suboptimal ones. If you're going to play this really hard, Imperial Iron Wall and or Lancia, and then Light Imprisoning Mirror and Mistake or Mind Crush. Those are your big ones right there to consider when siding for Kozmos in the upcoming format. So there you go, that's our take on siding against Kozmos. I've been testing them a fair amount. These are the things I hate seeing, so these are the things I figured I'd let you know to bring to the table so that you can make your opponent playing Kozmo, you know, hate that. So thank you guys for watching. Go ahead, leave a comment, tell me some other text that you found or used that, you know, really hurt the deck or whatever, or what deck you'd like to know how to side against, and I can try and put together a good side deck video for that, yada yada. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense, and we'll see you next time on YGO Strats.